Morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hi, Randy.
Hello, everybody.
Well, here we are, education and isolation back again. I think, Randy, tonight, I've got a funny feeling, tonight may even be hairstyle number 70 that we've been doing since we began our whole broadcast way back in March last year. Well, end of March last year, beginning of April. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Last night, Randy, I did a fantastic, I know you were out next door having pizza, and I went and joined them a little bit later on. But I had a fantastic...
We were out.
We were out, I know. Exciting, huh? I had a fantastic interview last night, and if you haven't caught it, please try and catch it. It's on Hair Uncut. Yeah, Hair Uncut on their Facebook site. I did an interview with Jonathan and Philip, and it was brilliant. It was really fun. They were such great guys. So if you haven't seen that interview, do check it out, because they were asking really good questions, and it was one of those sort of interviews that I just really, really enjoyed. Sometimes when I'm getting interviewed, they often want to go way back into my past and visit it all right back to the beginning of everything. And this was really nice, because we ended up talking very much about the things that all of us want to talk about, what's happening now, how we're dealing with now, and of course what does the future look like. So that was a really fun interview, so do check that out. Remember, Hair Uncut, and go and have a look at their Facebook site, because it's all up there at the moment. Tonight I thought, I get asked all the time about this particular subject, and I'm going to be talking to you about waving hair, putting beautiful waves into hair and so on. So I've got a couple of looks that I want to share with you tonight, and we're going to do that. Now, there are obviously many different ways that you can do this, and on my Access All Area Members Club, I have a lot of videos dedicated to waving hair. So tonight I'm going to do some waving, but of course a lot of these techniques you can pick up actually on my Access All Area Members Club. But then there's nothing like seeing it live, is there, Randy?
Nothing at all. It's much better, isn't it?
So what I thought I'd do is tonight I do two different looks. I do one more like a head of waves, and then one that was just kind of like a real drop wave, sort of quite Veronica Lake, a very sort of dropped effect. Now, there are many different ways of curling hair, obviously from hot rollering right through to tonging hair, and of course with our GHD curling iron you can do that as well. Let's just get started. I'm going to do this particular hairstyle. This is going to be a long drop wave, where I'm going to have just a really pretty little wave around the front and then sort of a long drop onto the back. Now, whenever I'm doing a wave like this, or in general whenever I'm waving, if I can, I like to put either a diagonal parting in or a side parting. And the reason I do that is because the minute I put a middle parting in, then I'm asking the hair to be exactly the same on either side. So now for me, that is not a problem. But for a lot of hairdressers, to get that beautiful balance on the left-hand side and the right-hand side often can be problematic. So I say just fake it till you make it.
What?
So by putting a little diagonal parting or a side parting means, Randy, they don't have to balance the hairstyle out.
Well, there you go.
I
Isn't
know.
that amazing? Did you get that, Jean Hayes in Portugal? Did you get that?
It's a little bit of magique. So guys, what I'm going to do here is this. On the parting area, I'm just going to take out a little bit of hair. I'm going to go from the parting roughly around about sort of 1 to 2 centimeters down from the parting itself. I'm going to take that hair, and then I'm going to take a section clip, and I'm just going to get rid of the hair on the very top to start off with. So that's from the parting. Now I'm going to use, and I love using this, I'm going to use my Conical Wand. Now the wand that I go for, this is the medium wand. I haven't gone for the very small, and I haven't gone for the large wand. I want the medium wand, and this is a really nice one to use. This is from Babyliss. I'm going to go straight down, pick up a section of hair, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my wand in, and I'm only going to go halfway. So I'm not going to go all the way up the hair itself. We'll just wind that on there like that. So I'm just going to just take that literally.
Don't burn yourself.
I'm not going to burn myself. I'm very good. I've got asbestos fingers. There we go. And we'll take that out. And then what I'm going to do is just come through the hair like this. And again, just pick up my long drop of hair, come back in again on exactly the same area that I came in on the last one. And we'll put that in there like that. And I've got this turned up to about 190. Again, I'm always very respectful of the hair as to what sort of hair I've got. I don't want to burn the hair, so I make sure that my heat setting is adjusted to the sort of hair that I'm dealing with.
Well, and Hayley on Facebook, Hayley Keynes, wants to know if you've prepped with any product.
Hayley, my puppet, actually at the moment, this puppet's a little bit dirty, so it has got hairspray on it, and it's got product on it. Not a huge amount, but there's a little bit of product on it. When I'm doing this sort of thing, often what I'll do is once I've done my beautiful blow dry, because obviously you always want to smooth down that cuticle. What I'll tend to do is I will tend to spray a little bit of hairspray into it. I will use my thermal image, my styling product from IME. I will use a little bit of that because obviously I need to protect the hair when I'm using my hot irons and so on through the hair. Now the other thing that I'm doing, you'll notice that I'm not sectioning the hair across. I'm literally going straight down the hair like this. So I'm just going to brush that through. And again, I just take my section. There it is. Just come straight down. Don't take a really thick piece. And place that in like that. Now, I don't want to put lots and lots of curl into this. Again, this is a drop wave that we're going to do. So I want the waves to be lower, and I want more of the focus of this particular wave really more on the very front part of the hair.
And Christine on Instagram, who says that you've been one of her biggest mentors of her hairdressing.
Oh, thank you, Christine. Thank you so much.
She noticed, as you're doing your conical wand, that you're keeping the hair flat as opposed to twisting it.
Yeah, I mean, I find, Christine, that you can twist, like I could twist the hair and then twist the hair around it. But what I'm actually wanting to do is I kind of want a bit more of a flatter curl. I'm trying to just flatten out the cuticle of the hair itself, so I get a little bit more shine on the hair. So I've got my tong is nice and hot, and so when I'm going down the hair itself, I'm just literally winding it around very, very flat. So thank you so much for noticing that, and it's just the way I like to do this particular look.
And we have to send special greetings to Andrew Dunn. We are on Well Alive.
Hi, Andrew. That's brilliant.
Andrew's had his vaccination today.
Oh, Andrew, congratulations. I've still got mine to come. I mean, I've got my first one, but I'm still waiting. Of course, both Randy and I are waiting for our second one. So we're waiting. We're not quite invincible yet. But congratulations, Andrew, and you're like me. You've been heavily promoting the fact that we really must get vaccinated, because really it's about looking after everyone else, isn't it, Andrew? And I think that's a very strong message that's coming out now about the vaccines themselves. Not only do we want to look after ourselves, but we also want to look after everybody else. So I think that's fantastic. And Randy, we often have Pivot Point too joining us. We have Janet quite often.
I haven't had a notification from Pivot Point. I'm sure she's watching. But I haven't had my notifications. I've got my glasses on, so that's good news.
Oh, that's good. That's really, really good.
You've got Mark Ray. He's on.
Hi, Mark. How are you? Hey, so guys, can you all see? This is what I'm doing. You can see it's very much a drop curl. Again, you might ask me, Patrick, why do you use the medium tong and not the bigger tong? The reason being is quite simple. A curl or a wave will always drop. So what I try and do is I try and make sure that I can get the hair just that little bit tighter, so I can allow for droppage a little bit later on. So that's really why I tend to go for the medium tong. I also like a tong that has a little bit of guts to it. So for me, that works really, really well. Hey,
we've got some greetings from Janine at Aston and Fincher. She's watching.
Hi, Janine. Oh, Aston and Fincher. I hope you guys up there at Aston and Fincher are doing real well, and I hope everything's all the clients and customers are coming back, which is brilliant.
And it's also very early in New Zealand where Lindsay's watching, so she's not sleeping.
Oh, hi, Lindsay. I'm so pleased you're watching my waving. Hey, guys, I'm going to come into here now. I'm going to go to the very, very top area, and I'm going to come into the front, and I'm going to wind this coming forward. Like that. I'm going to wind it coming forward. Now this is the section right up on the very, very top, and I'm disconnecting this section from the bottom area. So there's quite a bit of drop in between the two. Remember, when I started, I did my parting, and then I went about 1 to 2 centimeters lower than my parting, and I took a section out. Now what I'm doing is I'm winding this coming forward like this. There we go. And the reason I'm winding it coming forward is always very simple. I quite like it to go back and come forward very quickly when I'm doing my S shapes on the hair itself. Here we go.
It's a bit random, but Michaela Appleby on Instagram's asked if your hair is naturally curly.
Who?
Yours.
My hair? Yes. Naturally curly. When you see it straight, which is at once in a blue moon, it's only because I decided to blow dry all the curls out. But no. Mine's well and truly natural. Here we go.
We got greetings on Instagram from Latufo.
Hi, Latufo.
Who says how much he likes to watch you working and sends lots of love from Brazil.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I did a fantastic event for Brazil just very recently, which was really wonderful for Wella Brazil. So I really enjoyed that. Can you see, guys, we've got a disconnection between the bottom curl and the top. And I'm going to go round on the opposite side now. I'm going to bring her around over to here, and what I'm going to do on the very, very top of the hair, once again, I'm going to go back to the parting up on the top here.
You've moved her around. Now I have to move the camera.
I know, I'm so sorry. And then on the top, I'm going to go to the parting, and I'm going to come roughly about 2 centimeters back again on the top of the hair here like this. And I'm just going to take that out and place this up into a section clip to get rid of that. Now I'm going to come back down around again just coming down, and I'm going to continue on putting my my curls in the hair. There we go. This is always a great style because I always like to hear their comments, Randy, because really it's so repetitive that all I'm doing is just curling hair. So if they want to talk to me, this is always a really good time to do it.
Well, we can also talk about our week. So it was the Eurovision week.
Yeah.
And we got a chance to watch that. And Lael, L-A-L-E on Instagram from Lael Hairstylist Color, is from Azerbaijan. And, you know, they always feature in Eurovision, don't they?
I love Azerbaijan. They're great. I really enjoyed Norway. I thought Norway was very, very good. I like the wings. I like the song, actually. I thought the song was really, really pretty. So I really enjoyed that.
And Chris from Norway is watching.
Oh, Chris. So Chris
Thomas.
Chris Thomas. Hi, Chris. I thought Norway's song was really, really fun. And it was amazing. The other thing I was really super amazed with, Randy, was the fact that they could get all that audience into that hall.
Yes.
And all of that audience was either vaccinated or tested.
Well, but it's so special as well. You forget just what we've missed over the last 18 months. And we also had another marked event this week. We went to the pub. I had a pint inside.
He did. He really did. It was good. It was really... I know it's sort of small things, isn't it?
It is.
Hey guys, look at this hair as I'm going. Can you see, as I came around to the front area, I started coming up a little bit further. I've got shorter hair at the front there, so I've come up and curled that a little bit higher. Now here's my top piece again. Here's my top piece. And again, I'll just lower her down so I can get up there nice and high on the top. Sorry, Randy, if I'm messing the view shaft.
Melissa's asking a question: why are the curls going in the same direction?
What I wanted to do, Melissa, I could, if I was going to bring the hair back in a more even manner, I could. Have the curls going one way, one side, one way, or I do one row way, one row the next, one row that way, one row the next. Darling, I'm just making it simple. Let's just make life simple, shall we? And honestly, have a look to see what you think after I finish. And if you think it's absolute rubbish, go back to putting them all different ways if you want to. But the reason I'm doing it this way is because this is a dry curl. This is not a wet set curl or a pin curl or anything like that. This is what we call a dry curl. So I can mold the hair pretty much however I want with the hair. So again, it's a dry curl that works really well. Now I'm going to stand in front of my model and I'm going to come into the front here. And again, I'm going to do exactly the same as what I did on the opposite side there. I'm going to wind it coming forward. Okay.
So we're also, I think we're having a bit of a wet evening as well, not just the rain. We've got Kingsley who's having some beers.
Hi Kingsley. He's always having beer.
Cheers from Jean. I think that might mean that she's got some bubbly open.
Good. That's good, Jean. You're still flying the flag for us here in Britain and Portugal.
Yes. So I think this evening people are having a little bit of a beverage or two.
Good. Good, I like that. Hey guys, when I'm up on the top here, I'm coming a little bit closer to the scalp, and again, because I sort of want that wave to sort of get a really beautiful S shape into it. So so here we go. I'll come right up into the top. I know you can't see it always clearly what I'm doing, but that's the beauty of Access All Area Members Club, isn't it? You can go and find it properly. Okay.
We've got, I think, having a cup of tea in Takapo. Jackie Purdy's watching.
Oh, hi Jackie. Brilliant, I love that.
I know.
I love that. Here we go. And I'm going to take that there now and place this here.
Abo is watching on Facebook, and his name is longer than Abo, but I'm going to go with Abo. He got his brush this week, I think.
Oh, brilliant!
He feels very connected with you because he's right next to your brush.
Well, I also thank you so much, Abo. That's brilliant. But I can't believe is Jackie at Tekapo? Is she on holiday? She must be. She should be in the hospital nursing. Hey guys, look at this hair. So here we go. So there is our wave area down. I've gone onto the top area. There's my parting. And then I've gone literally about 1 to 2 centimeters over on the side there, and 1 to 2 centimeters over on the side there. And I haven't done a blend here into the back area at all. Okay, so that's my foundation. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to go on and we're going to wave this hair. Now, one of the things that I do, I'll just show you, is I'm going to use in the hair, and I love these. These are my little waving clips. These are amazing. These are called, oh, drop it there. These are called butterfly clips, and they are incredible. And we're going to use those butterfly clips on the hair now. So what I'm going to do, guys, is this. I'm going to pick up the top curl that I did. I'm going to brush the top curl out. There we go. We're going to brush it out.
Do you think this would make good birthday hair?
That'd be amazing birthday hair.
Because it's Jean Hayes' birthday tomorrow.
Oh, Jean, that'd be lovely. And then I'm going to come into here on the underneath, and I'm going to brush this out. There we go. I'm going to brush it out. I'm going to brush the next part out. I'm going to brush the next part out and brush the next part out like that. Then I'm going to add the top over. Now, can you see, guys, there's nothing going on but the rent underneath there. Can you see that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an illusion. And I'm going to bring that hair around, and I'm going to drop that into a beautiful wave like this. And I'm going to spray the hair with a little bit of magique spray. And then I'm going to take my butterfly clip, and I'm going to place my butterfly clip on the wave itself.
And hello, Marco. Marco Irby's watching on Instagram with us. And he's reminded us that the butterfly clips are available on the Instagram shop.
Brilliant. Thank you, Marco. And again, I'm going to come back. Now, what I do is I do a karate chop in the hair like that. There's my karate chop. And I bring the hair back. I push the hair back slightly and then push the hair up slightly as well. So here we go. I'm going to come back into here. Going to brush this in. And I push that up slightly and take my clip and place my clip here to hold. See?
Karate chop, eh?
Karate chop. Now, watch again, guys. So here it is again. Put your karate chop in, brush down, then gently push across and then push up. So you just push up slightly like this. And again, we'll spray our hair, and once again, we'll place our butterfly clip into hold. Here we go, like that. And then I'm going to come further down like this. And again, I'm going to pull this back. And I'm going to take this back here. And I'm going to take it back just a little bit. Again, I want that really beautiful kind of Hollywood feeling in the hair itself. So we'll come around here. There we go. Look at this. See? So once you've got the wave there, you can really start to sort of play around with it. Now, the other thing that's really important is because there's no waving underneath the top structure, and I'll do it around this side so you can see again. So look here, again here, guys. Can you see if I lift that up? Can you see there's no waving under there at all? There's nothing in here.
I think you said nothing going on but the
Nothing
rent.
going on but the rent. So what happens is when I brush this down, what I can do is I can do a beautiful decoration of wave on the top. So I'm going to come back to here again, like this. Now again, please forgive me. I know my hands are in the way because obviously I've got to apply pressure to the hair. I've got to get that pressure in there. I've got to get that wave undulation in there. Spray it, and then I'll come in with my clip again, like this, and we'll just clip that in there. Then again, there's my my hair. I've got to turn her around. There.
Our friend Rosie from Jersey is asking how many butterfly clips are necessary in order to do it.
Rosie, in the set, when you buy a little set, a bag of clips from us, there are 6 clips in the set itself. So I would probably say, depending on what you want to do, I would probably say if you get, say, 2 bags of the long, and then there's a shorter clip like this, and they're the same size, but they're just shorter. And these are designed really more around the ear region or areas that I can't get to that are too small for a big clip. So I tend to use the smaller clips on those. So I would probably say 3 to 4 bags, 2 long, 2 short would probably be really good. Look at that.
One of my favorite Instagram handles,
Yeah.
Cha Sharon.
Yeah, Cha.
Sharon.
Oh, I know exactly who Cha Sharon is.
Do you?
I do.
Well, she says you've inspired her so much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Sharon. I'm sending a lot of love to you because I know exactly who Cha Sharon is. And I'll tell you what I love about Sharon. Sharon actually was one of the people that really wanted to know about how to get these waves in the hair. And so I decided tonight I would show them again. And Sharon, when you're doing your waves, please always remember you only want to add your waves as decoration. You don't really need to have to wave the whole entire head of hair. So I'm going to come around here now, and I'm going to start to play with the bottom of the hair. Here we go.
And as you play, I can say hello to some people. We've got Kelly from the UK, she's watching. We've got Jessie all the way from Durban, she's watching.
Yeah.
We've got Joe from Newcastle. We've got Daisy from Beccles. And we've got Claudia from the Czech Republic. Hello to everybody. Jan from Watford. Rosa from Ecuador. And Nick says that you are amazing.
I love all you guys that are coming. And now you know why I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Because, Randy, they are everywhere around.
Everywhere.
Now, guys, as I'm working, I'll turn her around in a second so you can see. I kind of like the little wave undulations at the back, but what I want is I want to keep it textural. So what I'm doing as I'm working on the hair, I'm very, very much creating a modern texture on the bottom of the hair. Look at this as we're going. So I'm picking up the hair, I'm twisting it around, and I'm pulling at the hair, and I'm almost like back combing it back up again into a shorter version.
Tula Ward is saying that she looks amazing. Love the pinching technique, which is interesting.
Which is I'm just literally pinching hair, aren't I? I'm just pinching the hair, and then I'm sort of back combing the hair back up again like this. Let's have a little look as we're going. Again, guys, what I do is I do this in sections as I'm going. So I try as I'm working the hair, Randy, just to do each curl as I placed it in the hair before when I was tonging the hair. Now, guys, if you really want this to hold, what I would do now is I'd swap over into my stronger hairspray, and then I start to literally spray that into the hair. And I would probably, Randy, as well be very inclined to use my diffuser. So I would spray the hair with my strong hairspray, and then I would diffuser that hair on high speed, a low, sort of a medium heat, a high speed spray, and then just diffuser dry into the hair. And that'll sort of help hold the hair up and support it.
So Ashrafa from Lebanon has just mentioned something that we were talking about today, and she says she's so looking forward to the Excel finally opening so that she can see you in person. I think she's talking about Salon International.
You know, it's funny, isn't it? We were talking about that today, and I was just talking, I mean, really my conversation was, am I involved in Salon International this year? I don't know. I don't know. But hey, stay tuned, because I've got some big talks coming up with the organisers, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be floating around there somewhere. You know me, I always like to be at Salon International. It's a great platform for me to be at.
I think you know Leo from Brazil. He's just checked in.
Yep. Hi, Leo. Great to have you on board, Leo. I hope you're well, and I hope Brazil is doing all right. You know, how are they doing, Randy? I mean, it's been that they have been vaccinating like crazy there, and I know things were so bad, but I also know that things are starting to get a little bit better.
Well, let's see. Hopefully, Leo will tell us how things are going. And we've also had Birgit from Germany.
Hi, Birgit.
And we've got Gregory from Greece and Joanna from Poland. They've all checked in.
Guys, let's have a little look at what we're doing. Okay, so we're going for a very modern texture, which I absolutely love at the back. So I'm just going to play around with that, like this. Here we go, just put those in there. Again, quite often what I do is I cup the hair, and often the heat of my hand really starts to hold the hair in place. Look at this. I'll come around to this front area that I should have been working on. Here we go, put that in there, put that right down there.
Leo says things are getting better in Brazil.
Oh, thanks, Leo.
Very tight. There's too many people dying every day.
Wow, don't we know it? That's absolutely never a truer word said, isn't it? Yeah. Here we go. We'll come around here now. Now, let's have a little look, guys. Now, the proof in the pudding is always taking these out. So let's get started on the side that we started on, over here. Let's get started over here. I'm going to take these out. So I'm going to take them out. Look what we're getting. There we go. What do you think?
That's amazing. There's no comments, but there's lots of hearts coming your way.
Oh, I'm just going to put a little bit of shine on there, and we'll come over to here. And again, guys, this was just a really lovely drop set curl that I wanted to do. And we'll come over here. Now, of course, you could leave these in for much longer if you wanted to as well. That's totally up to you. And of course, you can accessorize this as well if you wanted to and do things. Look at that there now. So there's our hairstyle. It's kind of a modern day Veronica Lake feeling to the hair. So we've got that lovely sort of Hollywood feeling.
Peekaboo?
She's the peekaboo fringe. Yeah, you listen, don't you? So the peekaboo fringe was just a little wave over the very front. But I quite like this. This gives us this lovely sort of feeling of glamour, of that beautiful time. Now, what I can do as well, which I really like to do, is I quite like to come in and pull at these a little bit. Just to break them up a little bit. Just to give it a little bit more of a softer feel. See? Like that. Just come in. Just break
Came from Scotland says it's very 19 pre-war and post-war.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of got it's funny because waves have continually been in our vocabulary from the 1920s, where it was very, very wet waving, very flat waving. And this kind of waving here now is kind of a little bit more sort of 40s, where the hair was softer. So the hair's not flat to the head, which is really what this kind of styling's all about. It's really more about the softer wave through the hair itself. So going from that idea, what I've got here is I've got a...
Wait, there's more.
There's more. Why not? Why not, Randy? I've got quite a lot of curl here on this one. And again, guys, on the very top, I'm going to come back again on the very, very top of the hair here like this. And again, I've put it into a bit of a side parting. And once again, I'm just going to bring this in and just curl the hair like we were doing. But this time we've got quite a lot more curl in the hair itself. So I'm just going to come around here.
And Marco Irby has also reminded us on Instagram that anybody who loves vintage hair, well, what should they do? Well, they can go to our Access All Area Members Club. We have a massive amount of vintage hair there, which is just, oh my gosh, Randy, because I adore vintage hair. So we've put a lot of work in behind vintage hair. Particularly the old Hollywood collection, right?
Especially the old Hollywood collection. Hey guys, can you see I'm just using my fingers? I'm not sectioning out with using my brush or anything like that. And the reason I'm doing that is very, very simple. I'm getting a very broken diffusion of where the hair is coming from, because what I don't want is I don't want any track marks in the hair itself. So what I'm doing, and track marks are when you use a comb or a brush and you section the sections out one by one by by one. By doing it like this, by just grabbing at the hair literally and taking up sections of hair, and they don't have any real one base there, then you're going to find the whole idea of it is a lot softer. So you're not going to end up trying to cover all the lines of your work. So that's just a little tip when you're working with these sorts of things. See, I'm just grabbing, I'm winding like this. There it is there. And we'll place that in there. And again, I've got my tongs on. You know, I'm just sort of trying to keep it all just nice and curled. I don't need it over curled. I'm just sort of curling around. There we go. That'll do. And we'll come up to here.
And we also had an exciting week as well. I've gone a bit crazy, and I'm booking almost a show a day. We booked for Joseph, and we booked for Mary Poppins, and we booked for Hamilton. And we booked for, because all these shows are just coming online in July and August and September.
Yeah, because we decided, didn't we? It'd be a great idea.
For the first time ever, you can just get tickets for these shows, and you don't have to buy it from scalpers. They're just available.
Yeah.
And so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed the theatre world comes back online again. You know, I was so upset during COVID when the government posted horrible posters of artists and saying that it was a really nice idea, perhaps if artists retrain. And I was horrified when I heard that because, I mean, you know what? We can train new politicians. They're easy. Those are easy. Those are 10 a penny. But I tell you what, we can't retrain are amazing ballerinas, amazing singers, amazing performers. Those are not 10 a penny. So I was horrified when here in the United Kingdom, the government said, and those of you around the world, you'll find this hard to believe, they said Fatima's next career may be in cyber.
And the image was Fatima changing her ballet shoes. Oh, and it was just awful. It was an immediate backlash.
It was the worst campaign I've ever seen, and I was hoping, because I've got a lot of friends involved in theatre, that perhaps those politicians might even be, whoever came up with the campaign, might even be blacklisted from going to theatre ever again. If it was up to me, trust me, they would be. Now, guys, I'm going to go through here. Here's all my hair. I've got it all curled up.
Here's all my hair.
Here's all my hair. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to just brush this out. Just give it a real good brush. Here we go, like this.
I think Sue on Facebook, or Marco Everett, I'm never sure, is pinned up, signed on for the hands-on bridal masterclass.
Oh, guys, please. We have an amazing masterclass coming up, a hands-on masterclass, which is going to be fantastic. And it's coming up literally on the 27th of June, Sunday the 27th of June. It's my very first hands-on. So we've been doing lots of things like webinars, but not hands-on. So this is the very, very first time. So I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. Okay, I'm going to go to the very back of this hairstyle and let's get started. And I'm going to start putting the back area of the hair up. Now, again, guys, when I'm working in curl or wave or however I want to work, I won't use my combs and so on. Sorry, I'll start to use my fingers because quite often I just want a real sort of texture in there. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to start to pull it out and I'm going to really push and place this right up here. So what I do is this, I twist it around, I pull it out a little bit, I come in and I hold a tiny little thread of hair and I push that up like this and I place it right up there and I get it really beautiful and short there, nice and textured.
More pinching.
So pinch it out, there it is, come in, take a thread, hold the thread and push that back up.
So we get some interesting comments and quite personal ones. And Daisy says that when she was thinking about COVID and reflecting on how it affected on her life, she said that she would never have met her soulmate had COVID not taken place.
Oh my goodness, isn't that gorgeous, Randy?
How's that for taking a positive out of something as negative as that?
Oh, I love that. What a wonderful, wonderful way to look at that. How brilliant. Well, I'm thrilled. And you know what? I think, Randy, for many of us, you know, we were forced into making decisions that we wouldn't really have made any other way, you know. So I think really for many of us, it's changed either our careers, it's changed our expectations, it's changed how we view our family, our friends, and the whole thing. So the whole thing's really turned into quite a sort of an unusual ride that many of us weren't expecting.
So there's lots of people it was a complete and utter disaster for, which we always are mindful of. But I certainly think that Ella would say that she's seen her daddy and her papa a lot more than she would have done ever before, because we can't travel. We don't travel.
I think so. I think there's a lot of families out there, aren't there, that really have ended up spending a lot of quality time together that they wouldn't necessarily have got before. Hey guys, what I'm doing here is I'm pinching the hair out. Now, whenever you're working into this sort of kind of styling concept, one thing that's very, very, very important. Now watch this. I'm going to show you what I mean. Wait on. Here we go. Can you see at the moment that looks absolutely tragic? Yeah. What I want to do is I want to create shape. So what I have to do, see all these tails, I'm going to tuck the tails under, and what I'm going to start to do is I'm going to start to pull the hair into a tighter shape. Now I'm going to take my hair grips and I'm going to catch into the hair itself, and I'm going to start to create this shape that I want to the hairstyle to take shape on. So I'm going to go for, when I'm doing this hairstyle, I'm going to go for quite an sort of exaggerated bob feeling in the hair. So what I'm going to start doing here now is I'm going to start pulling in the hair to where I want it, and I'm going to start taking hair away from where I don't want it.
Well, and Tula said, I think she's got it in the hair. This is one way of making her hair look shorter.
Oh, Tula, it's an amazing way. I've done this many times for models, and they're just shocked. They can't believe all of a sudden they've got short hair. Now, can you see, look at this if I just take her up a little bit. Can you see here, what I've done now is I've taken all of her longer hair and I've pulled it in tighter to the back area, and I'm starting to build the shape out onto the top. Now again, I'm using just my fingers. Again, I'm just going to do the back area. I'm just going to use my fingers here like this. I don't want to go and use my brush at the moment because I don't want any hard lines in the hairstyle at all. Now, as I'm working here, and Randy, it's one of the things I think when you are working with long hair, one of the key things that I find a lot of younger hairdressers struggle with, and not only younger hairdressers, but hairdressers who don't do a lot of long hair, I think one of the key things they struggle with is trying to look at the shape, the balance, and the form of what they're creating. You know, it's all very well to work on a technique, but when you've got to actually create a style, and you've got to style it up so that it all starts to work together, I think that's the harder part of working with long hair. It's getting that balance in the hairstyle itself, because
there's other things that I've heard you say before that I find really interesting as a non-hairdresser, is that hairdressers almost always look in the mirror and rather than looking at the head.
That's right. I mean, I never ever use a mirror when I'm doing long hair, and the reason why I never use a mirror is very simple. My eyes are my mirror. So I am continually looking around, Randy, at what I'm creating. So I'm continually looking at the shape this way, the shape that way, the shape that's going around. So I'm always looking at how my change and how I'm working is starting to look. Now look at this at the back so far. Look at that. Okay? So I'm going to come around to the side here now. And again, I'm going to figure out what I want on the side. So we'll come over here. And again, guys, it's really up to whatever you want to do.
Are you just making it up as you go?
No, what I do is I have a general idea of what I want. Yeah. And then from that point onwards, it's really about trying to figure out how to make it work. Now watch this, guys. There's my piece of hair. Look at that. Now watch this, I'm going to get rid of that hair, and I'm going to get rid of that hair in such a way that it looks like her hair is really, really short. I'm going to take this up here, I'm going to place my texture, because I need my texture to start off with. So I'll get the texture, I'll pull it a little bit. Having got that there, now what I'm going to start to do is pull the textures together, wrap up the excess hair that I don't want, bring it in just that little bit tighter into the neck, into the front, and there's my front gone. Look. Now what I'm going to do is I'm now going to balance it out. So now I'm going to start to pull the hair and I'm going to start to balance the hair out so that we end up with a really beautiful shape there on the side.
Debbie Walker said that one of the best parts of being mobile is that you don't use a mirror. You're removed from the having to use a mirror every day, and she just uses her eyes and her feel.
Yeah, and I think, Debbie, I think a lot of hairdressers really, you know, I love that when hairdressers say to me, Patrick, you know, I don't use a mirror. I just tend to, you know, go by look, go by instinct as I'm working with the hair. And for me, it really is when I'm working with long hair, it really is about instinct for me when I'm working with it. So I'm just going to go on here for a second and just start to place this how I want. So I'm going to bring this out. I'm going to put a little bit of a wave there, like this. There we go. Just put that in there. And again, I'm just doing exactly what I did earlier with my other head of hair. I'm just going to place that into a little wave there. I'm going to use my waving iron, my waving clips. There we go. I know it's hard to see. I know you can't see it all, but you certainly can get the effect. And as I say, I've got so much amazing waving content on my access all areas. So if you're missing anything or you're thinking to yourself, how's Patrick holding his hands? How's that even working? Then please do check that out because I have a lot of things there. There we go.
Aisha's saying it's like watching a bonsai master. Look at the shape of the tree while creating it.
There we go. Look. Yeah, I think I'm always at my happiest, Randy, when I have this freedom to create. When I love taking hair that should be telling me it wants to do something and making it do something completely different to what it wants to do. And I think that's where I really find my joy when I'm working with long hair.
It's quite funny. I do a bit of woodworking when I'm not doing law.
He does.
And I've got pieces of timber in my workshop that just haven't told me what they want to be yet. And it's funny. So I don't use them. I'm just waiting for the inspiration.
Yeah. And I think
your hair. Are you saying that heads kind of hairstyles tell you what they want to be?
Sometimes they do, Randy. Sometimes they really, really do. There are some times when I'm working with hair and and I think, gosh, I want to do this and it wants to do that. And sometimes I really love listening to what it wants to do to try and create something that's really quite beautiful. But I think also too, I think a lot of people love watching the artistry. And I think you're right, like a bonsai tree, just watching it grow. Look at this so far. So can you see my clips are coming off the head? They're not on the head at all. And I'm really I'm going to go back to that in a minute and sort of see how that's looking once I start to balance up this side. So I need to balance up this side. And I think on this particular hairstyle, I think I'm going to go a little bit asymmetric. I quite like the idea of that.
Controversial.
I know.
I wonder what Barbelhoff would think.
Oh, Barbelhoff. Barbelhoff is in Germany, and she's in the Black Forest, up around that way. Guten Abend, meine Schatzi. Das ist to Barbelhoff there, and I send you lots of love, Barbelhoff.
Well, she sent you 4 hearts, not 3. 4 hearts.
I adore that lady. She is fantastic. She's so talented, Randy. She's so talented, and yet, she's one of the nicest people you could wish to meet. Here we go. So I'm just working now, just trying to figure out how I want this to look.
So Tula has a question about pinning. So
yes, please.
When you use the grips to pin ends,
yes, Tula?
What are you pinning into?
Tula, what I'm doing is I'm opening my hair grip like this. I'm opening it. Here we go. There. And then what I do, Tula, is I take a little bit of the hair that's underneath, a little bit of the hair that's on top, and I join the two together. So I'm not just pinning the hair in, I'm actually joining the hair together to give me a little bit more strength. Also, too, Tula, you'll notice that as I'm working, I'm kind of laying hair. I just kind of lay the hair down as I'm going so that I can sort of really see the shape of what I'm creating. So I'm not being really aggressive with the hair. I'm sort of laying it in, then I play with it, then I see how it's going to go, then I spray it, Then I touch it so that I can get the heat of my hands onto it. And then I'll come back again in a second and I'll probably start to pin that so that we can get that shape looking really nice.
On Instagram, Dawn Till Dusk Hair says she loves the way your hairstyles evolve. And I think that's a really good description for what happens.
Yeah.
They do evolve step by step.
You know, when I was working on stage, when I work on stage, one of the things that people really enjoy, I think, Randy, more than anything, is just watching. It's almost something from nothing, if you know what I mean. You know, it just sort of evolves and turns into something. And what I quite like is when it starts off looking absolutely dreadful, and then all of a sudden you've kind of got something there that looks really interesting and lovely.
Jean calls it therapeutic.
Therapeutic. Again, guys, one of the key elements that I'm always looking at is I'm looking at shape. And that's really, really, really important for me, to look at shape, to look at the way the hair is going together. What is it wanting to do? How do I want it to evolve? So you can see as I'm working, I'm not heavy-handed on the hair at all. I'm not being heavy-handed. I'm very, very light in the hair itself so that we can get the hair doing exactly what we want it to do.
So we've got another Patrick watching, Patrick Vrins, who says, hello, Maestro.
Hey, Patrick.
Just incredible. He's wondering maybe he'll see you in Belgium or Paris at the MCB. I don't know what that is.
No, Patrick, no. I can't imagine. I don't know. To be honest with you, Patrick, I've got very, very, very little work booked in. I have a big job and I'm hoping it comes off in Greece, which is going to be wonderful. I think that's my next big job, big show. And sadly, no, Belgium is not on my radar, or as much as I would love it to be.
Del and Tony from Greece is checked in, and she's loving the lives. And I'm loving Greece. Maybe I should come with you.
I think you should, Randy. Why not? I think you deserve it.
Is it Athens?
I think it's Athens, yes. Yes, it's Athens.
Love Athens.
It's a fantastic city, isn't it?
Mm.
Here we go. I'm going to come onto the top here. Just going to start to blend it and play with the hair. And again, I'm always looking for that natural wave that's in there. There's my natural wave. And I'll spray that in. And now I'll come back in again on top of the wave itself. Now, quite often, I don't always go all the way back to where you think it should be, because what I quite like to do is I quite like to blend it as well. So I'm going to come into here. I'm going to place this in here. I'm going to come down here.
Jean says I have to go because you obviously need a cameraman.
Jean, you've already had too much holiday. Oh, you mean Randy?
I should go to Greece.
Oh, I thought you meant Jean's going to come to Greece.
Yeah, she's not going to get my job. And she's had too much holiday.
She's definitely had too much holiday, hasn't she?
And we've got Nikki from Greece asking when we're coming. And happily Sue or Marco Everard, not sure, has put the dates 25th and 26th of September.
Yeah. So fingers crossed, guys, that Greece really comes off and it becomes something that's quite special, because I can't wait. Here we go. So again, guys, now you'll notice that as I start working on the very top of this hairstyle, I'm sort of changing around to some of my smaller little pieces here, because I don't actually need a great big clip up on the top of the hair here. So I'm just going to come back here with this.
You could say hair here all day and I'd just still giggle.
You love that, don't you? Hair.
Brookmay Lovelace is a student, and she says you give such good advice. It's really helpful, and she's learned so much from you.
Oh, thank you, Brooke. Thank you so much, my darling. You know, it really is. It's been a time. I was talking on this amazing interview that I did the other day, and again, please do check it
yesterday.
out. Yesterday, I said the other day. Yeah, yesterday. Do check it out on Hair Uncut. Which I absolutely loved. In fact, my friend Amanda Randy from New Zealand actually messaged me to say how happy she was that she saw the interview, which I thought was hilarious, considering she's all the way over there in New Zealand.
Well, that's the joy of the internet, isn't it? And we've realized these platforms look, we do this every week. We reach out right across the world.
And that's why I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world.
I'm not sure we've ever had Ecuador before, but Rosa from Ecuador is watching.
Hi, Rosa. That's lovely. So guys, as I'm coming down, have you noticed, all of you, that I don't overspray the hair? Yeah, I just take little bite-sized pieces of hairspray and I spray then, because if I'm not careful, I could very, very, very easily overspray, and the minute I overspray, I can't move the hair. I can't change it. It's very complicated to change the hair once you've oversprayed it. So be careful on that.
So Kingsley's in Greece in September too, doing training session in a salon.
Is he?
Yeah, maybe.
Kingsley, perhaps we'll see you.
Hey, we can go to the bar and have a beer.
Go to the bar and have a beer. That sounds lovely. Wow. It sounds lovely for Randy.
Yay!
Kingsley might say, why is that, Patrick? Why don't you want to come for a beer? Kingsley, sadly, I don't drink. Not only because I just don't. It's really the taste. I'm not a great person for alcohol, but
there's nothing sad about you not drinking, because of course I get a ride home everywhere, every time.
He loves it. He loves it. It's really good. So all I'm doing now is just playing around with the hair to start to figure out how I want it to sit. Is it sitting well? Am I happy with it? And so really for me, it's about just starting to really play with it now and start to see how I want this to sit. So I will come in now with my hair grips. Oops, better lock her in. I will come in with my hair grips now, and I will start to pin anything that needs pinning.
Another beautiful part of the world, Cordoba from Argentina.
Oh,
Hello,
Randy, I've been to
Esteban.
Cordoba.
I've never been.
Yeah.
I've never been to Central or South America.
Oh, Randy, I've been very, very lucky boy. Both Marco and I have been very lucky to have gone to Argentina and to Cordoba as well. So we love it. Right there at the foot of the Andes. Look at this on this side, guys. I'll turn her around. Look at this. See? There it is. So now, what are you laughing at?
It is like magic, isn't it? It's beautiful.
We'll come over here. Let's have a look at this. Look. See? So can you see, I've sort of waved the top of the hair. I've used all of the curl in the hair to create this beautiful sort of texture in the hair itself, so that we can have this. Look at this. See? Get seasick on those waves, wouldn't you? This is
you're getting all kinds of hearts your way.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. You know, guys, again, please, if you love these ideas, if you love these concepts, I just can't tell you enough how amazing and how proud I am of our Access All Area Members Club. Please do check it out, because, you know, if you like this sort of hairstyling and you're passionate about long hair, I just can't understand why you wouldn't become a member of my long hair club. Especially, Randy, since it's only $9.99 a month. So it's almost giving it away, you know. Because I don't know, I've made it really affordable, because I really want people to feel as though they can afford it, because I want people to learn, and I want people to learn well.
And we're hoping that as things open up, that it's going to be just like the 1920s, and everybody's going to want to get out and party and have and make events special. And I think that's coming. It's just around the corner, isn't it?
I think it is, Randy. I really think it is. So all I'm doing now, guys, is just playing with the hair, making it sit wherever I want it to sit. And I love this. I'm going to turn around and show you. Oh, goodness. Oh, I know. Sorry, darling. I just dropped it all down there.
What's going on?
Turn around and show you this beautiful back area as well, so you can see. So I hope, Randy, tonight, again, because Sharon... she knows who she is.
Cha-cha-cha, Sharon.
Cha-cha-cha, Sharon. Cha-cha-cha, Sharon asked me about waving, and I just wanted to do this especially for you, Sharon. So I hope that you really enjoyed it. Look at the back of this, guys. Look at that. See? So when you're styling a head of hair like this, and this is long, so remember it's way down here, what you've got to be very careful of is you've got to have an overview. So what I did was when I was working, I was imagining it a little bit like a haircut, where I took it in shorter at the base, and then I took it in fuller and fuller and fuller. And then what I did was I then waved gently on the top of the hair to give me this beautiful effect right up on the top. And then as I came around here, I pulled it in really tight so that we've got that beautiful wave coming down. But as she goes around the hair like that, you can see it's slightly asymmetric, fuller on the side, pulled back slightly on this side, and this gives us a beautiful, beautiful result. So we've got 2 hairstyles here for the price of 1.
And the price is 0.
And the price is 0. There is, well, I'm hoping the price is going to be $9.99, Randy, that they finally see sense and join my
Well, there's
long
lots
hair
of
club.
people who watch that are members and they love it.
Yeah.
You get lots of comments from people that have made the plunge and decided, actually, I want more.
Yeah. And remember, guys, we new hairstyles come up all the time. I think there's on average 1 new hairstyle every 2 weeks that goes up on there. So for waving, if you want more information on waving, there's so much there already on my Access All Area Members Club. So this is our longer kind of Veronica Lake. Remember, this is a long set down, and this is a shorter version that I created. Both have very long hair, but I just sort of created this one just to give you an idea on how to get something a little bit different and to build those shapes up. So both of these hairstyles really are all about the magic of waving. And remember, on this one, by taking away literally about 1/2 centimetre on either side of the parting, meant that I could decorate a wave on top of hair that wasn't curled already, so that there was no weight pulling down on these waves here. So Jackie, all the way, I think she's all the way out there in New Zealand at Lake Tekapo. Jackie, I hope you managed to do these all right. I know she loves working with hair and doing these sorts of things. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed tonight. It's been a lot of fun. I've loved just working with waves and getting in there and having fun with them. And I hope you take something back with you about your waving. Remember, this is on a medium conical wand, which I like because I think, again, you can already see that this is starting to drop a little bit. So by putting it into the medium, it does mean that there's a little bit more bite to the hair and a little bit more hold. So Randy.
Cha-cha-cha Sharon on Instagram says she's so truly grateful and says the hair is stunning.
Thank you so much, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, Sharon. Hey guys, just to let you know, I've been working real hard over the last couple of days putting together beautiful content for education and isolation. And do you know what I might do, Randy? Let me just share with them 3 hairstyles that I think they might...
More hair?
No, I'm not going to do more hair, but I'm going to show them the 3 hairstyles in the next few weeks, what you're going to learn. Okay. So this is going to be, this is a beautiful, elegant crisscross chignon. This has got a fantastic foundation inside that I want to share with you, because a lot of hairstyles, people want very, very, very simple hair, don't they? Then I'm going to do something like this because I love this one here. Randy, just grab that little red one under there.
You say that like it's easy.
This one here is fantastic. A lot of flat pin curls on this one. This has a fantastic foundation. It's flat pin curls, because again, not a lot of people want big hair, and so this is beautiful for very long hair. But I'll show you this, guys, because you're going to absolutely love this. One of the shows that's coming up, I'm going to show you. Let me just remove the section clips so you can see, because I do love to give you a little bit of a preview. This is what you're going to learn. Cha-cha-cha Sharon is going to absolutely be all over that. Look at this for the most beautiful Mohican braid, and believe it or not, the technique on that is super simple. I know it doesn't sound like it, and it certainly doesn't look like it, but I promise you it does. So these 3 hairstyles that you've just seen will be appearing eventually in our Access All Area Members Club, again as a tutorial video. So there we go, Randy. That's everything.
Well,
I think we've done a lot tonight, haven't we?
I think it's been a big night, and lots of people have tuned in.
Look, it's so much. I'm so hot, and my hair's gone a bit limp because I've been busy working tonight.
It's time, and Melikasa is inviting us to Vegas, which we'd love to go to see Vegas. Listen to me, I'm already being invited along on all these jobs.
I love that. Don't you love that when I get invited to country, Randy, it's already booked his tickets and packed
I'd like
his
to
bag.
go to Vegas.
Oh, Vegas is a lot of fun, Randy. It's a lot of fun. I love Vegas. It's a fantastic place. So guys, I wish you all the very best for your up and coming week. Again, remember, we will be back on again at next Monday at 7 p.m, which I will be doing another hairstyle for you. But please remember, my hands-on webinar, it is a limited amount of people. So there are only 20 people that can come, 25 people maximum. And we've already got people starting to book because it's just all opened up. Remember that Sunday, the 27th of June. It's a diploma course for beautiful hairstyles, hands-on. And if you go to my website, all the information's there. You'll see the hairstyles and you'll also see what we require from you, because there's certain things that you're going to need to have, like a puppet, like a mannequin like this, and so on. So do have a little look at that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And each of those 4 hairstyles have been specially designed so they have a foundation that you can use many, many different ways. So from the land of waving and cha-cha-cha Sharon, I'm going to say good night, guys. Have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you next Monday for Education in Isolation. Bye.